So I bought this off of eBay. I paid 65 bucks, delivered. I believe I've been seeing on other YouTube videos, they sell them on Amazon for maybe 60. Last year, whenever it rained, we'd have to take all of our plants into the kitchen. It was a big shuffle between move everything in, and you get water all over the kitchen and move everything out. This year I bought this, and it's worked like a dream. I mean, we have windstorms here. This thing's been beat around and it's held in tough, even if it only lasts one season. For $70, so I don't have to be moving everything around. It's a great deal. So we're gonna, hold on to this. We'll use it next year, and we're gonna have Leonie tell you about what's in the greenhouse.
Since we're on the top floor, we get a lot of the wind. It affects our plants a lot, and we get all the rain, which is great. But we have a lot of succulents. We have a lot of seedlings that we want to protect. So as you can see, we have really utilized all of the space in this greenhouse. This is our green stalk tower, which we're really excited about. We've seen lots of videos online about how much vegetables it can grow. So we've got carrots on the bottom. We've got a lot of different peas and beans on the second row. Got some kale. And then on the top, we did all lettuces. There's 2 more levels, but we haven't planted those yet. We're gonna do a little interspersed growing so that we can have vegetables throughout the season at different times.
When we bought it, we didn't have seedlings for 36 pockets. The green stalk, when you're done, you should be able to have 36 different pots, and each pocket will grow 1 to 6 things. So we didn't have all the seedlings. The bottom 2 we direct sowed. I had the lettuce ready to go, and now we're waiting on some other seedlings to spring up before we do the last 2 levels.
What do we have growing down here on the bottom again?
Primrose.
Primrose. So we have flowers. We have some poppies growing right here.
Show off the caramel blue.
This is a plant that my aunt got me for my birthday last June. She's doing really good. I've had this succulent for about a year, this succulent pot. We just added some more new to it. As you can see in the back, we have another set of flowers, some aloe, and a lemon verbena that I beheaded a while ago, and now it is starting to grow back. On the second level, we have some more succulents and jade plants. We have a flower that's growing. Here, Lacey something. And then on this side, as you can see, we're just, succulents grow really well in San Francisco. They really love the climate here. And so we've been doing as many as we can, as many varieties. We've been mailing in to get different cuttings, which has been really awesome. And when we see fun things like this guy, a little bear claw, we got that one at Home Depot. James bought this seedling tray. You want to tell him a little bit about it?
I loaded it up with tomatoes, so we got 36 tomatoes growing. So this uses the wick system where there's a reservoir in the bottom, and it has a mat that the plants suck up the water. That's something that we learned at Epic Gardening, and I'm going to try and utilize that to the max. You still have to water, but the plant gets the perfect amount of water every day, all day.
We had this tower from last year that we bought. This is kind of our beginning, trying to utilize the space. It has, it has like a big pot on the bottom. 2 big pots on the bottom. We did basil last year.
The whole thing would be full of those great pots if we had something to put in.
We love growing the green onions. They're super easy. We use them all the time. We have radishes and turnips growing right now. I made this succulent arrangement last week. We have lots of things growing. So this is how we're using our greenhouse right now. Hopefully it's going to really take care of our plants. We've already seen a huge improvement in lots of these plants. They're much happier now. They are warmer. They're getting more concentrated warmth and sun.
And then One other thing I'd like to point out is the shelves are kind of like they're a thin wire rack, and I mean, you know, if you put too much, I feel like it would just suck down in the middle. I mean, this thing anyway. So the shelf's flimsy. We put a zip tie in the corners. Put it in the back corner there too. So then the zip tie, you got to make sure and get the inside wire there. And that enables to put that there. I haven't done the bottom shelf yet because of the leg. I can't bend down there, but I'll get somebody to help me with that. More zip ties. I would definitely recommend putting the zip tie. So a couple things I'd like to point out. Me and Jennifer were just discussing the green on here. It's like they have little rope or little string in there. I think if it was a plain clear, it would rip a lot easier. Now, the other day we had a windstorm. It was 24 hours, and I mean, if you're on the West Coast and you live on the coast and they say windstorm, I mean, it was bad. This thing is, they tell you in the instructions, put it against a wall or 2 walls, you know, to help protect it. We got up here on the deck. Maybe I should have put a tarp underneath, because right now the wind can just rip right under the deck. So I feel it's getting even more torque put on it than it normally would have. So I'm really testing the limits, but I'm really liking it. I'd like to point something else out too. Right here's the little loop that you tie the rope to tie it down so it can't blow away. Well, that loop is also inside here. I don't know if you can see through the tent, but you'll see you tie this here. So this isn't just tied to the plastic to hold it down. This piece is actually all the way through holding the framing, and then the plastic is just like sewn in around it. So I think that kind of helps it to withstand some torque. So, you know, so far it's been great.